Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. 4 Scaler. I hope all of you are having a good, safe, happy new year. Please be safe out there. Drink responsibly, be careful, and take care of yourselves. And happy new year. Let's hope that 2025 it's better than what we had this year. And I'm only speaking for myself personally. 2024 has been really a bad year for me, personally. Okay. I don't know for the rest of you. Maybe you had a great year and that's awesome. But I think in general, 2024 was a sucky year for a lot of people. I mean, looking at all of the things that has happened, uh, hasn't been a good year. I think personally it hasn't been a good year. Uh, Looking at the world events and everything that's been going on, and that's just my perspective. But for me personally, it's been just pretty bad, pretty bad. But I don't talk about my private life. I'm not here to tell you my life story. There's 8.4 billion people. You don't need to hear my misery. But anyway, let's get into the PlayStation. Let's talk about the year in review for PlayStation 5 for 2024. And I'm going to be as candid and as honest as I can possibly be with this year in review for PlayStation 5 because it hasn't been a good one. Uh, I usually expect from PlayStation to keep the momentum of uh, first party exclusives, but that wasn't the case this year, 2024. So let's dive in with what exactly did we get this year? Since January 2024 all the way through December now 2024, what exactly did we get? Let's go through some of these games, okay? Now, there's a lot of third-party games, as you can see. Fortnite, you can play Fortnite anywhere. 2K25, it's a third party. Black Ops 6, well, you can play it on a Game Pass. It's included. College football, it's available everywhere. Well, only on the consoles, I'm sorry. Not everywhere. You can't play it on a PC, so I apologize. You can only play it on a console. College football, it's on Xbox and PlayStation. I think it might be coming to PC in the future. So my apologies for that. College football, obviously. It's only consoles. And it's a pretty good price, actually, I have to say. For a college football, $34.99, it's a pretty good deal. It's one of the best college footballs we had in a long time. They did it right. I played it this year on the Xbox. They did it right. So $34.99 for college football, guys, that's a pretty good deal. If you love college football, this is no-brainer, $34.99. Can't go wrong. No one cares about Madden anymore. Even if it was 24 cents, I wouldn't buy it. Even if it was 27 cents, I wouldn't buy it. All right, so let's see what we have. Okay, we got FC 25. It's available on everywhere, consoles and the PC. Same thing with Rivals. So, what did we get this year that was different on the PlayStation 5? Let me see. I'm trying to find. Honestly, the only thing I can find here, it's Silent Hill 2 and Roblox. I mean, not Roblox, the Astrobots. I'm sorry. Silent Hill 2 and Astrobots. You know what? Let's just go back. Let's go to the store, and let's just go to their favorite games of 2024. Honestly, Silent Hill 2 Astrobots and Silent Hill 2 are the only two games that came out this year. And keep in mind, Silent Hill 2, it's a timed exclusive. It's not a, PlayStation 5 exclusive. It's only timed exclusive. It's coming to Xbox. It's coming to, Xbox next year. Well, 2025. Xbox will get to play it next year, 2025. So the only thing that came out this year, that was the first party exclusive, was Astrobot. Now, nothing against Astrobots. I'm sure it's a cute, fun game you can play with your family, with your nephews and nieces together, right? It's a nice family game to play. But let's be honest. This is not something that would make people go out and buy PlayStation 5. Ooh, I have to have a PlayStation 5. Ooh, I must have it. This is not the game that would make me want to go out and buy a PS5 Pro, right? Oh, here's $800. No, this is not the game to do that. It's nice. It's a cute game, but it's not a strong title that will appease and appeal to majority of people. So that's the only thing that came out. Then we have Concord. But what happened with Concord, right? Concord. My God. Should we even like, do I even need to go through Concord? Do I have it? It's still here. Concord. Hey, look, I can still download the Concord beta. Concord. Oh, Lord. Concord. Where do we even begin? What did I say? When they did a state of play for May, I think it was May. They did a state of play for May. I did a live stream, and that video is still there. I mean, you can look at that video live stream from May of 2024. You just have to look for it. Go watch the video, and you will see my reaction live when they were showing the presentation. What did I say? I said, nobody wants this. No one wants to pay for this. Why would anyone want to pay for this? Why would anyone pay $40 for this plus the PlayStation Plus, which is required? That's $50. Why would anyone pay $50 for this, or God forbid $60, when we already have Overwatch 2 and the original Overwatch for free? When we already have games like Marvel Rivals for free, the First Descendant, Valorant, the finals. I mean, come on, Apex Legends. Are you kidding me? Why would anyone pay for this? But according to Firewalk and the developers, they said, oh, we believe in our premium quality creation of the characters. Now, look, I played the game, and I mean, I enjoyed it for what it is, but I still said the same thing. I don't want to pay for this. I mean, yeah, I'm having fun, but nobody wants to pay for this. And why is it not included on PlayStation Plus Premium? This is what I don't understand about Sony. When you look at Helldivers 2 and even Concord, why aren't these games included with PlayStation Plus Premium? Don't you think that would really give you even more people to come to sign up? Like Sony, I'm talking to you, Sony, right now. Don't you logically think if Helldivers 2 and Concord was available day one, part of a PlayStation Premium Plus, don't you think that would really help with the subscription? Get even more people on board with the subscription. Don't you think that would help? Of course it would. And it would also help the sales of Concord. It would not be canceled. You would not lose that $400 million, which you did. Helldivers 2 would be even more successful. But no. See, this is what happens when the strategy of greed kicks in. And this is no surprise for anyone who knows Sony. Sony has always been greedy. They are just suckers for greed. And I think their biggest downfall this year was their greed. And this is exactly why they're failing, and that's why they failed this year, because of the greed. They don't want to sacrifice nothing. They want to squeeze every penny, every dollar. Even they want you to pay $60 for a PlayStation VR 2 adapter. Are you kidding me, dude? You couldn't just let me use this. You couldn't let me use this and connect it directly to my PC, to my laptop, with a USB-C. But no, I want you to pay $60 for a PC adapter. And on top of you paying $60 for a PC adapter, I want you to also pay for a Bluetooth adapter as well. And don't worry, we know that you don't have any spare DisplayPort cables laying around, so we want you to pay for a DisplayPort cable as well. Come on, Sony. What are you doing? When does the common sense kicks in? No one became successful by screwing the consumers. Every company that got greedy and they have the strategy to screw over a consumer, they failed. This has been well documented throughout the history. Anyone who's been following business or watches the Fox Business or Bloomberg channel, or CNBC. Anybody who follows stock market, looking at the business, reads the Forbes, they understand that the best way for you to profit and make business, it's by giving people what they want. It's not by screwing people over. And this is the part about Sony that doesn't get it. Same thing goes with the Apple and their ridiculous Apple Vision Pro, which I said immediately is going to fail. I don't care if that headset takes you to the Mars and brings you back safely to the Earth. I don't care. No one is paying $3,500 for that nonsense. Why? Because they have this. Because they have this. Because they have this. That's cheaper. $300. And it's far more better. But I digress. My friends, I digress. And then what else we have? Of course, yeah. Let's go back. What else? Let's go to this list. What else we have? Besides the Astrobots. Astrobots. What else do we have, ladies and gentlemen, besides the Astrobots? What else do we have? Silent Hill 2. Again, Silent Hill 2. It's a timed exclusive. Yes, it's a nice, remake of the original from PlayStation 2, and that's pretty cool. But remember, not only is it timed exclusive, but it's a remake from a third party. And it will show up on the Xbox next year. Okay. Probably October 2025. And that's all you guys have this year. Astrobots, which is the only exclusive, and Silent Hill 2. What about the people are going to say, but what about Helldivers 2? Helldivers 2, I can play on a PC, man. Okay? It's not just PlayStation console. I can play it on a PC. I don't need PlayStation 5 to play Helldivers 2. I can play it on a PC. So, I don't consider that. Arrowhead is just something that they made this deal with Sony, okay? But who knows how long is that deal's going to last? That Herman Host made with the Arrowhead. But look, it's still not a first party AAA game that we expect from PlayStation. This has been a very, very weak and a bad year for Sony. Not to mention that they lost $400 million on a Concord. They had some success with the Helldivers 2. People say, but what about the other game that came out? Ronin. Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the Ronin is a good game, but it really doesn't even hold a glass of water to Ghost of Tsushima. It's a good game. It's not a bad game. It's a good game, but it's not a game that is going to make people go out and purchase PlayStation 5. Then people say, what about that other game that came out? That sword game. What was the name of that game? Hold on, I think I have it somewhere here. I need to find it. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. That's right. Stellar Blade. This one. Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade. Well, Stellar Blade, it's also a timed exclusive. It's coming to PC. Eventually will show up on the Xbox. This is a timed exclusive. Again, we're talking about timed exclusive. Even Rise of Ronin, timed exclusive. Okay? These are all timed exclusive. You don't think Rise of Ronin will show up on the Xbox or PC? Of course, they will. So what, even this Silent Hill 2, what is this? It's a timed exclusive. Yes, it looks the best on PlayStation 5, and I'll admit, especially with the PS5 Pro Enhanced, this game will always look the best on PS5 Pro, right? But again, how much of a difference are we going to see between Silent Hill 2 on the PS5 Pro versus the Xbox Series X, or those who have a PC, which they can already play it on a PC? Again, timed exclusive, and it's a remake. It's not even a new IP. This is not a new IP. This is just a remake. Okay? A remake with better graphics, a new actor, new voiceovers. All right, so what? But nothing new, like a new IP. So it's a timed exclusive and it's a remake. Think about it. Timed exclusive and a remake that will be available on the Xbox. Possibly will be part of Game Pass. So what do you have? So all you have is Astrobots, man. That is all you have is Astrobots. So this has been a very bad year. And it's not just the lack of games that they didn't bring, but it's also all these other things that they're doing, you know, charging you $60 for a PC adapter for VR instead of you just plugging it in with your USB-C to your PC. As simple as plugging it in, right? They couldn't even do that. And then they charging you, you know, for the Bluetooth compatible adapters for your PC, for your controllers, and then they're charging you also for DisplayPort cable, Not really, man. That's not a way to get people. It's not bad enough you have to pay $600 for this thing, and now you have to pay additional $60 plus the Bluetooth adapter and the display, cable, display port cable, just to be able to do something that you can already do, that this thing can do. I can connect to my PC wirelessly, AirLink. The cable, it's optional. Sony. Yeah, if I connect it via cable, sure, it'll be better. But I can also use the AirLink. So why would people bother wasting $600 on PlayStation VR 2 when they can just get this? This year has been really such a weak, strange year for Sony, man. This is their worst year. I mean, I'll be honest. This has been hands down one of their worst years ever. I mean, please tell me what they have. That's something super great this year. All they have is this, Astrobot. I don't count the Silent Hill 2, because Silent Hill 2, again, it's a timed exclusive, and it's a remake. It's not bad enough that it's a remake, but it's also a timed exclusive. So what do you have in 24 that it's the only first party exclusive? And it's an old IP. This is not a new IP. It's Astrobot. That's it. That's all you have is Astrobot. Guys, a pretty bad year for Sony. Not to mention Concord failed miserably. 400 million lost. Everything else that you're getting, it's a third party. A third party that I can play anywhere else. Helldivers 2. Look, I don't need a PlayStation to play Helldivers 2. I can sell my PlayStation right now. I can go to Steam and play Helldivers 2. Okay? Got it? Capiche? Good. All right. So, I'm talking about give me a reason to own this console. Or how about yet, give me a better reason to spend $800 for the PS5 Pro. I can't think of a one single reason where I could tell people, hey, go ahead and purchase the PS5 Pro. Waste your $800 or because that's essentially after the tax you'll have to pay. You probably want the additional controller, or no, you probably want the that Blu-ray 4K Blu-ray disc physical media player, which is additional $80. So it's $750 plus that $80 on that physical media. And if you want that stand, that's additional $30. So you're looking at roughly $840, man. $840 for that console. Anybody who justifies that price, the only reason they're justifying it is because they know they made a mistake. So now what they do is they make these clickbait videos trying to tell you why, it's worth. If PlayStation 5 Pro, it's such a success, then guess what? I wouldn't be able to buy one. I wouldn't be able to walk into a Best Buy or buy one, or walk into a Walmart, or walk into a GameStop and buy one for $550. Yes, they have it used for $550. They're selling it used right now. Walk into your GameStop. You want the PS5 Pro? They have it used. Nobody wants one. Nobody. Because it's not worth it. It's that simple. I don't care what Mark Cerny says. Mark Cerny is saying because that's his job. All right? Otherwise, he loses his job, he gets fired, and he's on the street holding the sign, I'll work for food. He needs his job. He needs his career. So he's going to say whatever he needs to say in that smooth voice to convince you to purchase it. To give you this technical jogger language which you don't understand. 32 working groups and all these teraflops, the blah 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 blah, RDNA2X, right? It's all there for him to read off of teleprompter to do his job. Okay, he is there because, okay, I just listen. I'm going to make this very simple. He's getting paid. That's his job. He works for Sony, making a lot of money. He enjoys his lifestyle, okay? The Sony pays him good money, great benefits. He doesn't want to lose that. Would you want to lose that? I don't think so. He's got to make money. So he's doing his job, reading a teleprompter that Sony has written for him to tell you X, Y, and Z, why you need to spend $800 on PlayStation 5 Pro. And then next year, by the end of next year, we're going to start teasing you with a PS6. And then in 2026, we'll make the announcement that the PS6 is coming this holiday season, 2026. Oh, but we already bought the PS5 Pro. Yes, but that was this current mid-generation upgrade. You bought a mid-generation upgrade, okay? Now you're switching on to the next generation of RDNA 3. And RDNA 3. Da, 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 da. Guys, don't be a sheep. You have a brain for a reason. Use it. Be smart. Because if you don't, you only got yourself to blame. I'm starting this year very smart. I'm not going to be a sucker for nobody. I'm not going to be a nobody's dancing, whatever, donkey or a dancing monkey. I've learned my lesson. And you too should do some research. Use your brain. Think about it. Don't buy things because other fanboys are telling you to buy it. Don't buy things because you're trying to fit in. Buy things that are good for you. So PS5 Pro failed across the board. Because if it was a success, I would be able to buy one to walk in. I mean, I'm sorry, if it was a success, I wouldn't be able. I'm sorry. If it was a success, I wouldn't be able to buy one for $550 used. If PlayStation 5 Pro was such success, I wouldn't be able to walk into a GameStop and buy one used for $550. What was success? The only success that Sony had last year was PlayStation Portal. Honestly, PlayStation Portal is the only success right now that Sony has. It's the handheld remote device Portal. That is the only success that they had. Because they're always sold out. It took me a year before I could buy PlayStation Portal. It took me 1 year before I can buy one. And I was able to buy one in September. So it took me a year. Why? Because it was successful. When something is successful, then it's sold out. Do you guys get it? When something is success, then it's in a high demand and it's always sold out. PlayStation 5 Pro, it's not on a high demand and it's always available. It is not sold out. So what does that tell you? Use your logic. Think. It means that it's not selling. People are also returning it. They're refunding it. How do I know that? Because I can see a bunch of used PS5 Pros in Best Buy. And I can see a bunch of used PS5 Pros in GameStop. And they're all used. But why are they used? Because people are returning them. I asked one of the clerks at the Best Buy, why is all these refurbished PS5 Pros? Oh, people have returned them. Oh, I rest my case. Same thing in a GameStop. I walked in a GameStop. I asked one of the clerks, hey, what's up with the used PS5 Pro for $550? Oh, people been returning it. So what does that tell you? If people are returning their PS5 Pros, and if you're able to buy it used, and if you're able to buy it brand new, walk into a store, that means that it's not selling. And it's not selling. It means it has failed. I don't care how many CUDA cores and how many teraflops and working groups you have on RDNA X, RDNA 2X, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Mark Cerny, that's his job. His job is to sell. He works for a corporation. He works for Sony. He has to do what Sony tells them to do. If you work for a corporation, you have to do what corporation tells you to do, because if you don't, you will be fired. You don't want to lose that job. It's a good job, great benefits. Why would you want to lose that job? Read the freaking teleprompter. Anybody can read a teleprompter. Anyone. A grandma can read a teleprompter. Go on the stage, pre-record a video, put it out there, do another interview with Digital Foundry, and have Digital Foundry, tell you how great it is, blah, 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 blah. Just do some justification during the holidays to justify the stupid, ridiculous price tag. Same thing with the Apple Vision Pro. That's why it failed, because no one's going to pay $350. Why do you think so many people were returning Apple Vision Pro? Because it's ridiculous. Even if you have money, even if you are rich, even if you're making $250,000, $250,000 a year, it is still ridiculous to pay that kind of cash. This is a real talk, guys, about play. Listen, I love PlayStation, but they sucked this year. They sucked heavily. 2024. Nothing was going well for them this year. PlayStation VR 2 PC adapter, ridiculous. PS5 Pro, ridiculous price. They can't even add a stand. They charge you $30 for a little plastic stand. They can't even include a 4K Blu-ray player. Are you kidding me? What kind of exclusives? What did you get? You only got Extra Bots, and Extra Bots is an old IP. That's it, Extra Bots. That's all you've got. I don't count Silent Hill 2 because that's timed exclusive. I don't count Arrowhead's Helldivers 2 because that's available on PC. You can play it on PC. So it's not exclusive to a PlayStation 5 console where you can only play it on a PlayStation 5 console. I don't need a PS5 console. I can play it on PC. What else? Rise of Ronin. It's coming. It's available on PC. It's coming to Xbox soon, probably next year, sometime next year on Xbox. Same thing with Silent Hill 2 coming to Xbox next year. So, what did you have? Oh, you had a Concord, a failed Concord that lost $400 million Concord. This is not a good year for Sony. This is the worst year for Sony. And I don't know about this Herman Holst. When was the last time I've seen an interview of him? Honestly, where's the interview? Like a video interview. Is he doing any interviews at all? Total failure, dude. I'm sorry, man. But PlayStation, this is not the PlayStation that I remember, dude. I know what PlayStation used to be back in the days. I know what it used to be with the PlayStation 4 when Jack Trent was part of that, when even Sean Layden was part of it. We were getting some heavy hitters, dude. We were getting heavy hitters every year, dude. Every year. We buried Xbox. We buried Xbox. Buried has to resurrect itself out of the grave. Honestly, with the Game Pass. But we buried Xbox, man. We were dominating with such heavy hitters like Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, God of War. Jesus, Detroit Become Human. The list goes on and on and on and on. We were just dominating, dude. Dominating. But it's not the case anymore. That's not the case. Things have changed. Things have changed. I don't know which direction Sony it's going. And I know this video is 35 minutes long, but man, I'm telling you right now, Sony is not going in a good direction. I think they lost their touch. I don't think they know what they're doing. I have a feeling they'll just end up like a service, dude. I think they're just gonna end up like a service, like they're gonna try to copy Xbox and just be a service. Maybe they'll focus on a handheld next year, but I really don't know what Sony's doing, and I don't even know what PS6 is going to bring. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they can bring something substantially great with the PS6, but man, 2024 was one of the worst years for Sony. I mean, this has got to be 2024 has to be the worst year for Sony ever. I mean, they had some hiccups in the past before, but this year, across the board, do they get F across the board. This has been the worst year for Sony ever. I mean, I can't think of any reason to tell you go purchase PS5. That there's absolutely nothing that would make me say, oh, go run out and get the PS5 Pro. What about PlayStation VR 2? They're not exclusive VR games. I mean, Alien, it's available on the PC. It's going to be available on a MetaQuest. It's not exclusive. You know? So what do you have? You know, PlayStation VR 2, what do you have? This is available, Rogue Incursion, it's available on PC and MetaQuest soon. I'm sorry. There's nothing. Why isn't this exclusive? They couldn't even get this to be exclusive deal. Are you kidding me? It's been a just bad year. Okay, this video is 37 minutes. I'm sorry, but I had to really, there's so much I had to like just unload. There's so much I had to unload here just to unpack and unload for you guys so you understand where I'm coming from. This is not a good year for Sony. I know this video is about 38 minutes, but there's so much I had to unpack, unload, and man, once you unpack, once you unload, and you lay out the cards on the table, Sony, this is your worst year ever. The worst year ever. I don't know what 2025 will bring for Sony, but if it's anything like this, oh man, forget it. But this, hands down, is by far the worst year for Sony. Not to mention that they lost 400 million. 400 million, dude. That's close to $500 million, dude. Close to $500 million. That's a big hit, man. Big blow. Not to mention everything else was not selling. The only thing that was selling was PlayStation Portal. Honestly, that is like the only... I'm going to leave this video saying this. The only good thing that Sony was successful this year was PlayStation Portal. That's it. Just a Portal. Nothing else. Everything else sucked badly, failed badly. And games, there's no games. Oh, third party, dude. I'm not buying a console for a third party, man. I can play that on a PC. Are you kidding me? I can play that on the Xbox Game Pass. So I got nothing positive to say about Sony 2024 year in review. So there you have it, guys. Been almost 40 minutes. 40 minutes of me ranting about this 2024 year in review for PlayStation. It failed miserably. It failed miserably, man. And We'll see what 2025 will bring, but man, I wouldn't keep my hopes too high. Sony has changed, man. Sony has lost its touch. I don't know what's going on with this company, dude. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe you can tell me what's going on with this company, because I sure as hell don't know what's going on. They're not making any sense. The decisions that they're making are really dumb decisions. They're not making any smart, logical business decisions. They're just making these really stupid decisions. Anyway, and I don't know how they're making these stupid decisions. Like, don't they do their research? Don't they like look at like YouTubers like me and others, and look at the content creators and what we want, what we don't want? Like, how they're so out of touch with reality, man. How is it possible that this company it's so out of touch with reality, man? But anyway, that's my year in review for PlayStation 5 2024. Yikes. It's pretty bad. Guys, Happy New Year. I'll see you next year. Take care.